Oh, I'm with Liquid on this one. I can give them the opportunity to go to 3, but for me, I'm thinking 2-0 coming down into Liquid.
I can see that as well. A part of me wants to say 2-1 just because I want to give FURIA that chance for the glory, but this is a very hard task for them, as it will be for all the teams involved. All the underdogs will need to try get their wins on the board as we get to the pistol, and Grim draws first blood in our concurrent match day. Guerri backed up towards the arch side here on the ace site. Arch on the site itself. Great flicks to the head, finds Grim with the trade back, but doesn't hold on forever. Team Liquid can overwhelm, get to the site, and get the bomb plant.
Yeah, Vinny just trying to tap through that Moto Smoker. For Team Liquid, they've got themselves in a great post-planning position. And even for Stewie, this 1 kill onto Long could be everything.
And Glock standing by, ready to take face in against the FURIA side. Guerri's making a lot of noise for this, and Stewie finally strikes back, but Guerri gets the kill. So 3 on 3. They've wasted a fair amount of time here on the Liquid defensive, and if they continue to hold them back, then this should be enough. Gary tagged to 20, Vinny to 70 points of HP. Okay, Serrata's looking for his opportunity to swing, and Elige just gets that headshot in, knows exactly where Vinny is. He's trying to press the issue, get the headshot on Nap. It's not going to happen. Gary's got it all to do, and it's too much for him to handle.
And what's the scary prospect for Liquid is that who are the key individuals we're going to be looking out for? Elige and Naf. 2 kills to come from them each in that pistol. And even for Stewie, seemed like he had a great opportunity of turning that into a 5v2, just working with the sound cues on from that long position, getting traded back. It just came down to the time. And for FURIA, once they did set themselves up with the nades and the kit onto the retake, they could not break the crossfire in the site itself. Liquid getting started with a pistol round victory. And for them, they have been 5th in this group, Jay, for pistol win percentage. They have not been able to get off to some good starts.
Hindering them at this stage. First round of the board of Liquid. FURIA hampered by the buyback here, and the Eagles, the CZ, the head Kevlar still coming out here for the CT forces. 1 defuse kit for Gary still being in. Trying to play a bit more of a supportive role on the FURIA side. Might be needing him at some point to go for defusers, because Liquid have the firepower advantage. The Mac 10 of Stewie will be able to get so much more than just a kill. Tink down on his own teammate as well.
These Mac 10s looking to farm going into the second round, and for Liquid, taking that early banana contact, forcing the CTs quite passive. FURIA have got a double setup out from short, missed opportunity for Yuri with the Deagle to start off the rounds.
Nice attempt. Smokes on for Gary. Busting through with the Galil's back on Naf as they just smoke those incendiaries, suppress the common bottleneck angles. No one's watching long here, so Liquid could exploit that position, but even they're being passive about this.
Liquid have got many opportunities on what they want to do going into this default. They've still got 45 seconds left on the clock. They can just smoke down Moto, commit towards an A take, and with no one on long side, you've got to wonder how this crossfire is going to develop up and short.
Face into the T side, smokes on for Yuri, sees them all coming, can't get the player on the site. Gary can, Elige trades him back. Yuri lines up 2, Fallen takes it to 2v2, and the bomb goes down at the shutter doors. The retake is on for FURIA.
And they've got to go for this. 2v2, yeah, it's going to take some time for them to get into rotating positions. This has to be the situation where they say to themselves, let's risk it, let's go for the retake.
I think that kit was dropped ahead of the haystack as well, so they can also grab a little bit extra time if they can just overextend to the site. We'll have to get the kills on Elige and Fallen regardless. Boost up as K-Serrata been seen. You'll see Elige, you'll get that headshot, so it's all in the Mac 10. An all-Brazilian round in the 1v2. Deagle outswings on, and K-Serrata domes him. Art gets on the defusers. K-Serrata looks for the kit in the AKs. Probably should find it, pass that AK off to his teammate, and there should just about be enough time, even without that kit, for the FURIA side to take the second.
A beautiful round coming in from K-Serrata, and it all just comes down to not slowing it down too far. Being able to get the boost up to the left side of Moto, over the top of the smoke. Elige just gets domed, and they just work together in that 2v1. Fallen's alone out from Pit, and for FURIA, what a beautiful return from them. Just what they were looking for.
Yeah, very nicely done. Panorama with the Eagles, the 2v2, they went for it, so ultimately able to maintain that control. Liquid forced out of the force buy, and they did get the bomb plant bonus, so Deagle's AKs, all the regular work coming in for them. And cannons and all but the AWP of Art has other plans, and Elige will be dropping for it. Great start.
Hey, you've got to wonder as well with the AWP in play, how FURIA are now going to be able to set himself up. Art going to rotate back over to the B side, rotate in with K-Serrata to A. For Liquid, that is not the start they were looking for at all. Even this XM for Guerri that's playing out on the short position, just looking to try and get as much money as possible.
Smokes on towards that long control, trying to indicate they've got more presence in brackets than the CTs really know. It's all a ruse though, they're trying to break back into Banana, and Art's just not having any of it. Shot onto the second player, Fallen caught, looking for Stewie. Ooh, timing's off for the AWP. Could have caught that frag. Takes a lot of damage instead.
Still staying posted, not just falling back to the site. And for FURIA, even with a 5-on-3 advantage, they're still trying to put pressure on top banana.
One player at Sandbags playing anti-flash. Stewie. Oh, his head's been seen. He baits in the shot from Art and Lee. They're not ready for the Mac 10. Awkward sprays come together for Vinny regardless. And Naf gets that trade back, has the AK now to work with, but up against the AWP, Art knows is coming sometime, and still Naf can get that trade. Secondary kill back for him, no further than that.
And for Liquid, there's no back and forth nature. They're not able to win the 4, so they're going to have to be on a pretty light Glock round going into round 4. And for FURIA, you have a look at that situation. You got a 5-on-3. Yeah, they bait out the AWP. The Mac 10 out from Sandbags to follow up with a couple of kills is just so important to use that information, continue the numbers game in their favor. And Liquid, they started well with the pistol, haven't been able to bounce back since then.
And another eco rounds for this T side. FURIA delay the gun investment for the time being. They've still got themselves the guns. Not with the AWP, unfortunately. Lost in the B site. The M4's SMG and an XM are coming out for Gary. Playing on that A side defense in the apartments initially. It's pressure from Art that goes up towards Banana. Comes the main focal point of this defensive, and Liquid, are they going to read it? Well, apparently not. 2 kills in for Vinny instead as he steals a couple away. Art can get a double, so he gets most of the money out of this round. And FURIA will win that 3rd to go into the gun round with a bonus.
I wonder for Liquid in terms of pace, are we going to see a change up at all, taking some early apartments control or up to brackets very early? I've seen the AWP come back out from Art and try and get that investment forward and see if he can work with it. Even with the buyback for Liquid, they're going into a rifle investment. They're still going to be rocking 3 Galils to get that extra util forward.
Yeah, not a massive amount of firepower here for Liquid. Incendiary's on towards top mid. Taps of K-Serato bursting on towards Fallen's head and kicking things off very early in the 5th round. Art's Orb looking to follow it up towards that top mid position. He sees another man, but doesn't quite connect the frag. Liquid given a bit of a lifeline in that respect, but have still lost their IGL.
Playing with a lot of positivity so far from FURIA. Some aggressive moves, trying to take that early confidence forward with them. Even Vinny facing out quite wide onto Stewie towards top of Banana. And Liquid have been able to gain a fair bit of map control. They haven't been able to find a frag back, and Stewie's even just burning.
Caught by a flashbang, wasn't aware till far too late. I'm not 100% sure how that kill came in, but still going to be a 5v3 regardless for FURIA. Team Liquid probably would be thinking about themselves here. Vinny so far falls forward, and Grim has absolutely no idea. If he hard checks it, that might be worth it. The M4 could catch 2 frags instead. They do hard check it, but still he gets his headshot. Elise there with a trade.
Rotations are going to be slow out from the B side. Naf might even be able to catch off A. This could bring the bomb back, and now FURIA is starting to get scrambled.
Still got 2 players over on that B site, and Elise will start rotating out. Further utility put up by Naf might indicate that it is going to be the A site hit, so K-Serato is going to go ahead and join Art here. Orb towards site, firing away, giving up his position, so Naf could find a backstab if he can catch K-Serato at the right timing here. AK sees him instead, and he doesn't even check the arches, so now Elige in the 1v3. Has the bomb on his back, smoke still up against the AWP, so can go for a safe default plant, but that might be everything he gets in this round.
Yeah, Art's walking forward. Bomb plant's going to be the extra cash injection. Take the fight out from Library. Needs to adjust back over to the AWP, and now gets it back to a 1v1.
No way, Elige. 2 HP for him. He's got to get a perfect tap on Yuri's head. He sees him! Oh, he's done it! Quadra out for Elige. You highlighted him for good reason, and that's the reason right there.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe that comes forward. Liquid should have had no right winning that round. The one trade that comes up from top Banana brings it back to a 2v4. Guri gets caught off from that short position by Naf, and things just start working together. Out from Arch, Naf gets caught. The 1v3 comes through from Elige. The missed AWP shot coming out from Art, not connecting onto the site itself. Liquid pull off a miracle.
And Elige isolating every frag, causing that miracle to be reality. What a play. What a way for Liquid to kickstart the gun rounds. FURIA still have the bonus round involved in that, but that might all turn to jello. Stewie kicks things off on Vinny. Art's AWP thinking there might be flashbangs inbound. They're nading him down to 72 points of health. He's desperate to get a trade, but the shot's a bit too far awry. Does see the feet, seeing the shoulders, can't catch the frags, and now K-Serato takes some damage. They've got him incendiary and fall back.
Yeah, Art is so trapped in the Sandbags position. K-Serato might be able to bait and try and pull the distraction away. It's the damage that's already been done. Vinny down low, K-Serato tagged, Art's even lower.
Yeah, Art's going to escape. Out towards Cross at the very least. Fall back passive into the B site for the retake here. 5-on-4 for Liquid. Advantage for the execution. If they can overwhelm Art, that's just a bonus here.
Yeah, AWP's waiting for a jump up, any sort of sound cue out from the B side, even falling back to CT. He's got no support whatsoever.
Smoke on the cross, flashbangs inbound. Nades up instead. Art trying to swing ahead of the game. Sees the shoulder bait and still gets a tag shot onto Grim. Rotations are still slow from FURIA. They still think it might all be a ruse, but as this bomb goes down, we'll start to realize otherwise. And Art, recognizing that there might not even be a retake on the table, he's going to save the AWP.
It just seemed a hard gamble. And even if Art gets one kill through the smoke, or even before it blooms and they turn into a 4v4, just the positioning from FURIA on where they were on A, they were never going to be interested in it. Art had to do something special if they wanted to start rotating players over. They already had that call in mind before the execution came through. If they go B, we're saving.
Liquid to follow up their opening rifle round with a follow-up rifle round. FURIA with a smart call to hold on to the double orb setup. Unfortunately, they couldn't get that M4 back from Vinny. He pushed too far up Banana. Okay, so Raj is going to have to settle with a UMP for the next buyout. Should be seeing Vinny also on a rough weapon state for the FURIA side. What was a very solid start with the pistol and the conversions, or the stolen Valor in that respect. Now goes back to Liquid to even standing, and FAMAS will be in for Vinny in this one, so it's not completely out of the realm of possibility.
I gotta wonder, when are we gonna see some more freedom coming forward with aggressive duels from FURIA? Because in the early portion of this map, that's where they were finding a lot of success, moving forward down from mid, out from Banana itself. These last few rounds, they haven't quite gone for the same sort of plays.
Force up, Art into position. Incendiaries and smoke. Stewie so close, the flick's not good enough. Kill comes in easy for the T side, and still Stewie gets aggressive with the smoke criminal himself, but doesn't go so far as a triple. Serato gets his trade in and keeps things under control for the most part. It's still Liquid with the advantage.
Absolutely wild stuff coming through from Stewie, getting legged up by the AWP and just getting that opening man advantage rather than falling back, just continuing to over-aggress. Vinny's got no idea that's going to come through. At least they trade back to hold some semblance on the B side. And for Liquid, not even a minute on the timer, and they've already got an advantage, and they're starting to get map control out from brackets.
Barry playing anti-flash with that AWP. And peek back in towards the short position, falling set with the on angle, gets it. Now leaves it on Yuri as the last man to the site. Can he hold off against the entire T-Forces? Honestly, I don't think so.
Great patience to come through from Liquid, just slowing down after the early chaos out from Banana. Yuri gets away with one kill for the smoke down, and the rotation just isn't coming at all. Serato's going to be able to hold onto a weapon that gets dropped in top Banana, so at least there's something being saved forward into the next round. And for Liquid, now they're starting to gather room. Now they're starting to gather momentum.
Stumbling in the first couple of rounds, and now back in full control. Liquid are going to take the lead here on T side. FURIA stacked to the back foot on the scoreline and with the money game. That was a force invest round with 2 rounds of loss bonus. The third one will not stack up to a third force up. I mean, they might want to try to do it to get the AWP not to be completely alone, but that would be ill-advised, I think, especially with Liquid keeping 3 players in. The money should be pretty great for the T half. So FURIA, probably best to just eco around this AWP.
Money is starting to be built up and getting into a position where Serato can drop an M4, Art can buy himself. It's just, is that risk there? Just half buy it. You know you're going to get 2,900 loss bonus in the last round. So invest enough that the AWP has support, but not too much that you're just wasting your money.
Scout will come in for Art being the best weapon they invest in this round. The Eagle's out for everybody else. Not a lot of Kevlar as well. Molotov's in a standard as Gary tries to boost that AWP, become the table. They enable this particular round to come together. They've seen the head of the first man. Fallen, however, takes the AWP in a straight up duel. A crack angle past Broken Wall gets Serato. Yuri falls to Naf, although the leg shots are going to get landed by the sniper rifles. Unfortunately, it won't be anything else. The kills are pouring in for Liquid.
And when you think about FURIA, their edge, their advantage in this matchup could be the AWP v AWP duels. And so far, Fallen has just been decimating the AWP v AWP duels. FURIA have not been able to find much success at all. Gary at the back of the B side just going to hope to try and do anything.
Rim catches Gary, Vinny, all alone. Deagle out. Pacing and hoping something over on this B side as the T side players swarm A, knowing that the last CT player is well out of position. Get that plant down to see if Vinny can get the exit. Not going to happen. There it is. Liquid, 5-3, and FURIA have the guns now.
Now, what maybe some people wouldn't recognize in that round, why is Grim on B when the bomb's been planted A? He doesn't want them to pick up the AWP again. He's sitting there out in noob box. He says, if I die, okay, we'll get the information. We'll just start rotating players over. They want to make sure that Vinny's dropping, so they have to reinvest into that AWP. And Gary's going to do exactly that into round 9. Look at the economy state, though. He's going glass cannon. He can't afford any armor.
Going to hinder him, probably. Must imagine it must do. In case they'll take the aggressive face towards Banana. They've loved looking for Banana control to make the basis of this CT side. Damage done early to the AUG as he pushes up aggressive. Just past the old arch position. A smoke someone keeps suppression involved against the T half, and Liquid just won't even bother with this. They'll just play towards mid and second.
Yeah, they're not interested. They say, yeah, take Banana. We'll retake it later into the round. Gary out into the apartments. Hasn't been taking a duel as of yet. Liquid starting to use their util to take back brackets.
Molotov's on towards that long position. Gary trying to get baited. Stewie jumping, giving up the gun barrel. Not opportunity to get the AWP tag in. He'll still wait there. No one's watching apps, though. I think Yuri just looked to position, to reposition from short itself. Could still go for a pixel angle. Nobody in the end gives that up towards the A site. Meanwhile, the flash over catches Art completely blinded. Had nothing that he could do in that position.
Yeah, it's unorthodox to be playing in front of the broken wall like that. And if you're getting flashed, you are pretty much just dead instantly. Great swing coming in from a couple of the Banana players. It could be a slight ruse and a slight fake to start drawing rotations over. FURIA, though, they're not rotating members to be. Finally, Vinny's thinking about making the call.
And Bomb's still outside the apartment, so Liquid probably going to have to go ahead and commit to this. A site still has 2 players, the AWP and an M4. Gary's got to get the shots in. Misses the first man. Naf. Flashbang in against Yuri, he'll evade it, still catch that player up in the balcony, first strike found, falling there with the trade, and Gary's caught completely blinded, cowering in the corner of the site. And dead to right to the hand of Liquid, a 6 to the board of the T side, FURIA. Wow, it did look good after the conversion came in, but ever since that point, and of course with the prior recos after the fact, Liquid have just looked lights out.
Yeah, they have. They look really composed. They're reading the game well. They're scrambling FURIA. And whenever you don't have a complete lineup, when you've got to stand in, whether it's your coach or whether it's a substitute or whatever it may be, there are going to be setups on CT side of weak points and over hesitation. And for FURIA, we've seen countless times where they've just been caught sleeping on bomb sites itself, over rotating players when they don't quite have that information. And for Liquid, in terms of their individual prowess, they are looking sharp on the server today.
Yeah, they really are. Naf and Elige leading the charge, but everybody else is pretty even. I mean, there's never seen a perfect set of numbers right there. Your 2 stars are sitting at 8 frags, and everybody else is at half of that. Liquid mostly pulling the wagon at an even distribution of work. Everyone's playing their part. FURIA struggling to deal with it. The half buy-in with the 2 safe weapons of the M4s to Keserato and Gary. And this should look like a difficult time ahead of them. Very, very difficult time indeed. Keserato does get that first frag at least, but Lee's so quick to the trade.
Yuri's a bit slow to come out from the apartments, and he's already given up the ghost. They know exactly where he is. Could take a bit of time for them to be able to start moving in, and even Stewie just committing to a farm, committing for top Banana. Vinny, okay, Yuri gets away with a bit more.
Don't know how he got that AK, though. Now working with it here in the 4 versus 3. The T's have lost the man advantage thanks to those 2 kills in mid. Yuri back turns, and Lee's going to catch him for it, so that AK drops quickly out of favor. Art now grabs the mantle of the M4. Of course, Vinny was tagged so early. Now set with the CZ. Backing over the way over towards the A side defense as Art tries to play behind his banger position, the stack angle. 2 T-side players creeping up silently. He's got to catch vision on both, and he only gets so much damage. The aim punch throwing his aim completely off. Gary's mag 7 doesn't get anything either. What was looking like a porous start there for FURIA is going to fall apart at the end of the round as Liquid will look for the Heavenly Seventh. They concede the round.
Hey, you're right about that. That did look promising for a moment, and there could be a bit of a way that Vinny still denies the bomb if it does go over to the A side. Not going to happen at all. A lead could drop, so it could still be quite an expensive round to come in for the Ds. And just overall, that whole round of where Art is playing from top banana alone, if he was back further out towards CT cutoff or from the coffins, he could just jiggle peek, get information, and start rotates. Because he was so aggressive and got dealt with so quickly, there's no way the A players are going to get there in time.
And now Vinny just set to hold on to that AK, grabbed it in the apartments. Exit frag to leave a little bit of damage on the board of the Liquid economy stable, with the money being where it is right now. Damage at this stage is negligible. Could come up to decent effect later on. But for now, it shouldn't lead to a reset of the Liquid side. FURIA finding the AWP in the end, so even better. The safe investment, and for them, it's all about their own economy. Max loss bonus with an AWP to lead the charge. Should be seeing the rest of the major rifles coming out alongside a tactical pause for the CT side. I think the right time to call it here.
Maybe slightly late for me. It's already 6 rounds in a row, and for Liquid, you have a look at their economy. That's not going to get broken at all. Unless FURIA can really start turning around and putting 3-4 rounds up in a row, even that's going to be difficult. Yeah, you've got the AWP saved in. Vinny's going to be on a CZ. M4's for everybody else. And that whole round, it had a bit of fire to it. Quesarado getting flashed over to peek in from bedroom, and then as soon as that kill comes out from bridge, it allows Yuri to start aggressing forward. He picks up the AK. He starts continuing with some damage. It's the mid rounds, though. It's exciting at the start for FURIA. They're finding impact. It's the mid and late rounds where everything just starts crumbling apart.
And what's been the talk of the town here for the CT side? How are they going to fix those mid and late rounds? Once again, going aggressive into the banana control. And if Liquid can just evade getting the opening kill against their name, then by all accounts and how the things have worked out for them, how the round pacing has gone their way, they should be able to maintain control because of that. They've actually found an opening pick on Gary. Aggressive in, out of the round very quickly to 5v4.
This is so much quicker from Liquid in terms of the early contact. Gary just peeking straight into the AWP. Gamble rotation out to the A side. FURIA are going to risk it all.
Might as well. They've seen nothing over towards banana, but again, Liquid have just considered that side of the map to go back into it later. They've done that so many times so far. AWP of Art still looking for a pick. If they lose a casualty here in brackets, then it most certainly will be that bomb hitting the B side, but instead they just keep feeding themselves up to Fallen. Another good kill on that short face. Vinny caught next.
Jeez, Fallen's having such an easy game on T side. He's not getting flashed. He's not getting jiggled. They're just slow walking into him.
Getting more and more out for it, Art. AWP set, trying to get a trade here in banana. Smokes on cross, he sees the man. He's way too late to the reactions though. Smoke blooms, they cross back. Blind firing, no scopes. Not connecting to anything here. He can't really get anything out of this as one plug. And what will be another round for Liquid, they'll take the T side half.
Now, even Naf is going hunting out to the A side. One weapon could make all the difference. Yeah, you've got the max round loss bonus in from FURIA. Gotta wonder as well, with a lead coming into the mix, are any of these CTs gonna drop?
Semi-likely here, especially if they can just bait and switch with the trades. Oh, good shot from Art, does find Stewie. Now the rest of the team members can try to regress him here in the library control. They're aware of pit and sight. If they give the wrong moment, there could be some casualties against their name, and actually Art gives up an angle towards the lead. Yuri gonna catch off Naf. I think most of the CTs will stay in. Great placement from these guys, and they actually keep themselves relatively close together. Fallen cannot get the trades, the AWP can stay in. And again, Liquid can find the 8th.
And the concern for FURIA is, on Inferno, they haven't played it a massive amount in this Pro League. They played it up against Team 1 earlier on. They got an overtime victory. That was actually the second map, their map pick, up against the Brazilians. 9 rounds on that CT side was what just got them over the line to bring it into OT. And against Gambit, they just got absolutely slapped on CT side, which is kind of the same result of what's happening here in the first half.
Yeah, Liquid looking fantastic. FURIA far lesser so. I think that much is obvious at this stage. Might be hoping for a T-side half for them, but even that statistically is pretty unlikely. In general, this map has seen some pretty heavy losses for them, even at the tier 2 level, where they had a 16-4 against Skade. Here against Liquid. And you've seen stats like that, you're not too shocked to see a scoreline looking like this. Damage was done early to Elise and Stewie at least, so the rifles doing some work for Furia, but no opening kills, most certainly nowhere near a round itself. Now fading up this boost position over at Quad. Yuri can find that frag at last. Flashbanging against his position, however. Got to put that nade in escape.
Working hard for that opening duel. Liquid having the indication that he's playing up there from top porch. Grim's got to get flashed over to allow his team to come forward.
Arc get a secondary kill onto him. Smokes up with the CT side, counter smokes in. On from the broken wall. Deagle facing forward of Fallen. Just spamming his way, hoping he can catch somebody in the back lines, but no such luck. 35 seconds, and Stewie presses forward, does not see Kesara here. Cubby, he swings out anyway, sees them. Both sprays a little bit awkward on the second man. Still trying to push him back into the short control, and nade and such, trying to get him at least a little bit of cover to cross back here. Fallen's AWP keeping held into this corner. He's just wasting time and still finding picks as the bomb and the AWP gets dropped. This all on Legion, a 1 versus 5. As great as Liquid have been in this map up so far, FURIA found a really good round, and Kesarato a really good hold.
Just what we want to see from him, just starting to come into his own, starting to really explode up. And it all started with that boost up on porch, getting that opening advantage. Grim just swinging out from top banana. Util is very dry. Liquid don't have a lot of it left. And just individual picks offered, and for even that hold to come out from the long cubby corner. Perfection for Kesarato.
And nicely done. He's set in with the opening frag duties here in this round. 1 of 3 AKs that FURIA saved on the back of that hold. Liquid setting the lead box. AWP picking for Fallen, which misses this chance and burns alive with Yuri's bullets to finish off the job. Can tank a little bit of damage from the nade, just escapes the apartments in time. Liquid get desperate to get that trade back.
Yeah, Fallen having enough of that antics from FURIA in the last round, wanting to go aggressive from the apartments, take that opening duel, and instead it goes the other way. Great utility usage for FURIA to put the double incendiaries down into Art out for Banana. Can't quite hit the shot, gets tagged up, doesn't fall.
There he takes some damage to response. FURIA giving up in his position. He's flash blinded, eventually sprayed up by Stewie. He wraps around, and the AWP of Art becomes the lone man standing here on the B side. Backup is on the way in a 4 versus 4. Liquid have a nice take at a sight, so long as they can overwhelm the big green.
Yeah, gotta wonder, are they just gonna flash him off from that one flash that they've got from Stewie, or just try and jiggle pick?
Oh, it's the flash. Second one comes in. Incendiary's back, and try to damage up the player here at the Shire. Then Paul's got to start swinging. AKK Serato goes massive again. Naf there with a trade. But now he's the last man standing. AWP in his hands, getting back to Dark. And now looking for the last 2 FURIA players, both coming in from CT Spawn. Kesarato may have just done enough, may have become the hero. It's all up to his teammates to finish the job. Is there another clutch in this man? Set backed up here, waiting for the diffuser to get tapped. And FURIA having kits, no util, no info that they can gain. The Wolves is now for the swing out, lands his shot on Gary, and Yuri's got to hunt for the kill real quick. He's taking his time with this, not giving up the info, but that might lead towards Naf's victory. And indeed, he gets his own triple to win the round for Liquid.
Jeez, Liquid in these clutches. What a round again for them to start pulling it forward. A Liege a few rounds ago. Naf now doing his own thing. And just that whole round just being played right down to the book. Get the bomb down, play out from Dark. Kesarato making such a play, aggressing through the coffin smoke. And Naf gets 2 kills to the AWP, wins the 1v2. FURIA, some of these rounds, it feels so close for them, but they can't pull it through.
And I feel so bad for Kesarato in that case, because he really did so much to bring that round back. Now his first casualty, ready for Stewie, at least can trade it. Knowing that Fallen's up there somewhere and all. Meanwhile, on the A side, Gary's seen a little bit of presence, and Molotov smokes back to suppress the T side, and the brackets control Elige, holding himself out, back turn towards Quad, allows Gary at least that 1 kill, so 4 on 3 again. FURIA get the advantage. Can they hold it this time?
Well, they know that he's gone back into the site. They've got a molly to put out to pin. Yuri doing damage.
Naf there with a responsive. Now Gary's the last man standing. The CT, the fast rotated back into this. Molotovs, no standing on top of the box. Yes, they are. Gary's got to swing out wide. Try look for Fallen, but the Deagle in the AWP chimes in real quick to the back and front lines. And now Art tagged up on that B site initially. Now looking for the 1v2 clutch. AWP in hand. No info on Naf. Flashbang Turns into that short control. And the head of the last T-side player not sticking out. Fallen's Orb going to keep his eyes on. Will he see the gun barrel? Will he see any information to him? Art trying to bait out his man, get his shot. No info on Naf, and therefore Naf can win the trade. And it looks like such a well-oiled machine here on the Liquid side. 10 now to the board of the T-half.
That was a great chance of FURIA converting. When you think about the position they put themselves in, Yuri peeking out into Grim, dropping him out from pit, and then just a molly placement that comes through onto Gary on the site. He's got to push forward. Fallen gets the AWP pick in library and the Deagle up close. Liquid, they are making some incredible individual plays. Everyone is performing on this T-side line.
We're looking for 11-4, which probably might just seal the map right there, and then still got a second half to play, but for FURIA, it feels like it's just too much of Liquid to handle. M4's in, AWP's out, wallbangs attempted as Yuri tries to dive down into the apartment's entrance. Great flash in from Gary, but Nap is so ready for it. Still catches the headshot, evades most of the blindness. And Vinny caught by Stewie's peak. Blind as anything as well, dry as anything. 5v3, K-Serato top of the boots. Will Stewie read this? Not quite. So K-Serato can get a trade, but his backup is so far away and he's got to hold off against everyone from Liquid. It's just not going to happen.
Both players up on the A side. Even rotations is going to be slow. Naf making his way forward. Hasn't been able to see the short players as of yet, making the noise. AWP is going to return, and FURIA, well, they've got to go for it.
No kits in this. Smoke HE for Guerry. The AWP of Art looking down into the banana position. Gonna give a bit of covering fire for Gary. Shots out the broken wall, trying to look for some close-range T-side players, but so far so little has been gained. Making a lot of noise to this. They should be realizing soon this is all going to be a banana take. Fallen set on the fountain. Time has run short. Team Liquid holding it off. Fallen does go down, but they're still for enough time here. Gary caught back on a spray. Elige makes it a 2K, and Liquid make it 11 rounds at the turn of the T-side with their CT half after the break. This map flowing like liquid as they gain 11-4 up on their first half. Their T-side so good in FURIA may be in trouble on Inferno. 11-4, Dwayne. How do you even start to bring this back?
It's difficult. You almost have to say that it has to come from the start. It has to come from the pistol. However, that's almost how the start was. They lost pistol, won the anti-force buy, and got off to a 3-1 start. After the fact, Liquid won 10 out of the past 11 rounds.
Julie's in for a leash. Set with Nasty SP again. Those two leading the charge on the kill counts for Liquid. And Naf having many a brilliant moment in that first half. You can imagine there may be some more left in him in the second. It's Liquid. He's Stewie as the defender over on that B site. Smokes on the cross and coffins, and they have got Naf pretty close to position to allow him to crossfire from the CT spawn. It's all going to rest on the execution basis. They all make their way in. FURIA heads back, turns towards the back of the site. Flashbangs in, and the CT forces will keep Stewie at bay for now. Gets the shot in on Gary and opens up the half with a headshot. And a second. Peeking out, Yuri seeing that bomb on his back here. Desperate for the kill, and he comes up with a triple. Grim now swinging up with a Fallen and a Liege. And combined forces to get 12 to the board of the CT side.
Jeez, that was such an incredible setup for Liquid. So Stewie's playing alone on B, out from Nubox, and Grim, I should say Naf, out in CT spawn has got a flash and a couple of smokes. Now he puts the first smoke down to distinguish the molly, and then flash over the top, and then Fallen that's on rotate as well has got a couple of flashes to work with. So for Stewie, he's playing B alone. However, he has all the support in the world.
Well, a great round from Liquid. A start followed up by a not so great incendiary. Not like I think it will matter too much on that B site because FURIA are not pressing Banana at all. They don't want it. They'll go put Vinny up in the apartments and the Glocks set in for the most part. A couple of Deagles for Yuri and K-Serato. Might be the right place to set up with the hand cannons at this stage, especially K-Serato leading the charge for his team and tying up the top fragger of Liquid as well. He himself had some big moments, but Naf, we're going to extend his own kill counts by tying up all three players in the lead. 15 for him now. $600 gain on the SMG bonus. Stewie's also there to provide backup. Naf falls away.
Yeah, FURIA just hoping to do as much damage as possible in a round where they've got a couple of upgraded pistols. And Liquid just quite far back, defensive, not taking aggressive duels at all. And you'd have to imagine that for the North Americans, a very simple 13th is going to come.
No reason not to assume so. Stewie takes the SMG in against Yuri, gets even more money out of this round. Two more players in brackets. Stewie drops the bomb of Query. First fire on the third kill. And gets the quadra overall. 13 to the board of Liquid. FURIA should have a buyback.
And in terms of confidence for the Brazilians, when you think that this is such an important game for them to win, to try and secure the life going into the playoffs, yes, this isn't your map pick. When you're up 3-1 and then you're down 4-13, confidence has just got to be taken away from you completely, surely.
Must imagine so. Again, there is the consolation prize. This isn't their map pick on the FURIA side. Liquid wanted to go to Inferno, and rightfully so. They are making this one look so easy. Maybe FURIA's best side will be over on that second map of Nuke. It might have to be at this stage, 13-4. Domination on another level here for the Liquid side, and just continuing to extend what has been a fantastic season for them in Pro League. Molotovs, nades, incendiaries, wherever you want to throw them, here, there, and everywhere for FURIA as they try and force some sort of mistake, but they're just taking more and more damage. Yuri having two players to find here with a long control, trying to bait out Naf at the flower beds. Scout of Fallen may have already seen him. Grim's just waiting for contact.
Good looking crossfire on this CT side out for brackets. And FURIA, they want to take it quite dry. Naf does swing out, and so do the rest of the CTs to gain themselves a 4v3 and force FURIA to take Banana and lean over to the B side.
Yeah, one kill with the SMG means bonus money in this bonus round for Liquid. Flashes into the CT side as Stewie's FAMAS now takes point on the defensive. Elige backed up at CT spawn. Great flash in for him to allow Stewie to get the kill and the dig down on K-Serato. Gary caught with the bomb out. K-Serato dead to rights to the hands of the AUG. Triple up for Elige. AK's recovered and all. Hell of a bonus round for Liquid, 14-4.
And it's even things like that. Miss CT smoke on the cross, gap in the left-hand side. Elite just punishes, gets a couple of kills. And for Liquid, their most one-sided map performance in the Pro League so far actually came yesterday from Team 1 on Mirage, where they had an 11-4 turn on their CT side to end up being 16-8. Well, I'm looking at Inferno right now thinking this could be so much more one-sided than 16-8.
Well, half-buy from FURIA almost guarantees at least a 15-4. Oh, nade stacks easy for Stewie. Gary caught first, Curie caught second. Art can't trade it, at least with a Mac 10. And now, should be easy picking for him. His teammate's going to wrap him for the backstab, even the spray through the smoke. You just can't stop this Liquid side, no matter what you do. AK in the hands of K-Serato, but his Mac 10 caught off by Naf. Continues to spray as K-Serato can land a secondary kill for his team, but it doesn't even last that much longer. Naf with the trade. And it will be map point for Liquid. This one could be over real quick.
Yeah, and it seems like it's coming down to a mental game. Liquid just all over them completely in every department possible. FURIA up just so flat. And after the start they had, the aggression, the confidence, the opening picks, it felt like there was something coming here on Inferno. It felt like we were going to have just a bonanza here on map 1, and instead it's been the complete opposite. Liquid, one more round to go, and they could close it right here.
Must be encouraging for NIP as well, knowing that FURIA are the main team that stands between them and the playoff position. Great shots in the Vinny falling, can trade it very quickly. Of course, over on that mainstream, NIP are up 11-9 against Gambit on Ancient. So they're currently doing a decent job of holding their own chances. FURIA, the same cannot be said for them. 2-for-1 trade, Liquid, only 3 more frags, 2 more frags away from the victory here, and Gary and Yuri should just get shot out of this.
You'd have to imagine so. Fallen with the AWP, he's still aggressing, he wants more.
Imagine, oh, not looking good for Gary. 4 frags for Fallen. Imagine him making it the ace. Yuri, AK backed up in the mid control, and Fallen to close it in such a great fashion. He can't see his man, has no idea just yet. All a case of timing. Will he really rest the man? Yes, he will. Take some damage, does not take the shot back, and it will be Grim instead to steal the ace, but get the 16-4 for Liquid. What a dominating map to open up the series.
I'm impressed. I really am. Liquid have looked so great so far in this event. That map right there, that's the best Liquid